here on Facebook. I'm live. And I'm live on YouTube as well. So Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. How you doing? Hey, Vet Biz Builder. What's up, brother? How you doing? All right, so here we go. Taking off. This is going to be one that's going to piss some people off. But there's nothing wrong with being controversial. There's nothing wrong with telling the truth, right? The question is, how do you deliver? Delivering the truth. Sometimes we all have a different way of looking at it. We have a different way of understanding what it means to deliver truth and quality. So let me fix up the platforms here. And I just realized my other phone's not here. So hey, Richard. Hey, John. How you doing? All right. Hey, so, all right. Stir it up. You on it, brother. You on it. All right. John, how you doing, brother? Sup? You know, I'm not sure about this YouTube thing. I go live every night. Nothing happens. I'm not sure what the hell's going on. Anyway, following some advice from an influencer, right? Influencers, they're always important, right? So, hey, there we go. Look at some waves going in there. You know, we watch every single day as hundreds of thousands of media images fly by our face as we're scrolling or as we're, you know, posting or as we're going through social media. Even if you're not living the dream, John, that's what I'm talking about, brother. All right. So, you know, and you're just bombarded with media. You're bombarded with, you know, with offers. And even when you go to the damn dentist and they're trying to upsell you on something, right? Everybody's being treated as something of a client, some part of being a client, or somehow a piece of money or something that I can get something out of, right? That seems to be how everybody's treated. And it's very rare that you find someone on social media that's actually giving for no reason. Now, granted, I have a business, right? And I live, my business is online. And I try to give complete and 100% honest value with absolutely no expectations of anything in return. Why? Because I follow the universal law of return. You give what you have and you receive what you don't have back. So that's how I sort of live my life. But for, yes, hot topic with Facebook practices being in question. David, indeed. And that's really what I want to talk about, because there's a few groups that I have and there's a few groups that I'm in, and you see this, people who never post, right? So here we go, you ready? People who never post a link and say, please donate, thank you. That's it, no story, no, hey, fellows, hello, greetings, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. I haven't been saying anything for a while. I've been busy. I really apologize. I'm in a situation right now. This is what's going on. I'm going to post a link right here. And the reason I'm posting this link is because XYZ, right? I'm not sure if people realize that it's actually a turnoff just to post something. Buy my book, buy my vitamins, buy my, you know, my course, whatever it is. And it's just without any kind of, who is this person just popping up like this, right? Doing this for me. So the question is this, or actually the point that I want to make is this. We used to know what a contact was, what an appointment was, what a sale was, what a referral was. That's in the old sales business, that was easy. I did 36 contacts, 36 calls, and you called 36 people, they were contacts. Then you made 8 appointments, right? And then 4 of those appointments showed up. 2 of those you would close and you'd get 2 referrals or 4 referrals if you could. Right? So that was like the old school. Nowadays, it seems like people write an email and go, I'm done, made a contact. Nope. Contact is only a contact when you have reciprocal communication. So that means I contact you and you contact me back and we agree on something, right? So a next move or not at all. So we have an agreement. We won't move further or we will move further. That's a contact, right? So I think a lot of people think if I just post on Facebook in 10 groups, something will happen, right? Something will happen. Throw it against the wall and see what sticks. Well, that doesn't work very well. It might work one time, but it won't work very well for very long. And this is the problem I see, especially in the groups that I'm in, is that you have random people who never post ever, just showing up wanting something from somebody. So here's your one-on-one, real simple social media posting one-on-one. And I'm not pretending to be the pro on social media, because I definitely am not. I'm not pretending to be the one who knows everything, but I know that social media one-on-one, everyone knows what that means. That means it's the basic course. So this is very basic for you, very, very basic. I'm looking at the camera here on Facebook, and I'm looking at the camera on Instagram. I look completely different on Instagram than I do on Facebook. It's sort of weird when you look at yourself, 2 different things. I look much tanner on Instagram. So go to Instagram. Let me turn Facebook off. No, I'm just kidding. Ollie Jordan Matthews. All right, brother. How you doing, man? Ollie's coming here next week. It's going to be a great week. Ollie Jordan Matthews is my fitness and mind coach from the UK in London. And mate, governor. And he's coming here next week for a whole week on Monday till Sunday, and we're going to have a blast. Setting up my new training program, sort of getting my head back on straight, and sort of getting my groove on. So I'm looking forward to that. Servus. All right. So 101. When you ready to rock, brother? That's right. When you want to post in any group, whether you think everyone knows you or not, always greet the others and add value in the way that not what you think they need. For instance, I spoke to someone. I said, "Hey, man, you're posting in this group, and you're just posting pictures of your work, and you're not saying anything. You're just posting." He goes, "Yeah, well, it's a business that's owned by an entrepreneur." And I said, "Well, everyone in this group is an entrepreneur." He's like, "Okay." I said, "Well, what's your value added so that people can see what I do?" That's not value. That's value to you, but that's not value to them. So what I mean by value added is, can they walk away from your post or scroll away from your post and actually have value added? Can they walk away and go, "Oh, I can use that, right? I can use that right now." Or is it something like, "Thank you all for being my friend," or "Thank you all for being here," or "Thank you all for whatever, buy my stuff." That's not going to work either. It might work one time because, oh, that's nice, but it doesn't work all the time. That's not sales technique. And anyone telling you to do that is wrong. Because what you're going to do is you're going to have people wondering, "Oh God, he's posting again." And as an admin of quite many groups, I see it all the time. You have some people, they go in cycles. So they have no schedule, no rhyme, no reason. They just go live whenever they feel like going live. They just go posting whenever they feel like posting. And then you see when they're in panic, when they need money, because they post 20 times in one day, and then they don't post for another week. So they just made that little bit of money. Instead of being consistent and setting up your social media so you have a schedule, everyone knows when you're going to come, so people could be expecting you and actually tune into you. Oh, Steve's going between Steven. Hey, Lucky Lukash. Esther, how you doing? Yo, Ishtet Kivanok. So people want to know when you're going to go live, so they can tune in. Even I have a schedule between 7 and 8 my time. That's 19 and 2000 my time. And even then, people say, "Oh, I missed you, because the schedule is there, but still their schedule isn't solid. So if you want to go live, best time to go live is when people are commuting to work, because people listen to the radio or to the lives or to whatever it is. That's when you want to go live or do your podcast or whatever it is, if you're in America anyway. I can't do that, obviously, because actually I could do that, couldn't I? 8 o'clock, 8 and 9 in the morning, that's 14 and 1500 during the day. Actually, I might do that. That might actually make sense to me. All right, yes, indeed. Douglas, how you doing, brother? Douglas Chance, ladies and gentlemen. So, social media 101, add value. Every single post that you make, add value. If you want to be known as someone who's good at something, right, whatever that is, then don't answer or don't comment on any posts where you're not an expert. Don't comment on any post where you have no knowledge, and don't comment your freaking opinion about some stupid shit that no one cares about. All right, don't argue about politics. Don't do any of that stuff. None of that stuff. All right, if you want to be known as someone who is special. Hey, James, how you doing, brother? Thanks for the shout out today, man. I jumped over from IG. The feed was a little flaky. Oh, sorry, Chad. Yeah, it's on wireless. This is on hardcore. Hey, Martha. All right, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Bless you. So add value in every post that you make. And like I said, the most important thing, if you want to be seen as someone who knows what you're talking about in one specific area, only comment on and answer and post on that one thing. So I do consulting, business consulting. So that's what I comment on. That's what if you look at all my groups that I'm in as a guest, not my own groups, and any post that I comment on is a post that I know I have the answers to, or I can help, or I can add value to. If someone says, "Hey, what do you think of the Vikings?" or whatever, I don't comment on that stuff. Why? Because I don't want to be seen as the guy who's a jawjacker. I don't want to be someone who's is distracted by social media. You hear about these people out there that say, "Yeah, I'm busting my ass every day, yada, yada, yada." And then you see on their Facebook wall, they have like 360 posts a day of some random shit from Facebook or from social media. What does that mean? It means they're surfing and they're wasting time. All right. That's your prerogative. Do as you wish, but don't pretend you're a specialist then. All right. So, hey, please tell Hollywood. Yeah, tell me about it, John. So it's real simple. Add value in everything you do. If you want to be seen as a specialist, comment only on those posts that have to do with your specialty. Don't let people get you riled up. Don't get upset. Don't get emotional. Don't insult. And don't be a general butthole on social media. Then you'll be fine, right? So the next thing is, if you're selling online, which most of us are, right? Almost everybody sells online. There's push and pull. I can push you towards my product, or I can pull you to my product. And pulling you to my product is easier if I have value. If people come back all the time, oh, you gotta listen to Steve, man, he's got value, right? You gotta listen to Steve. So when you listen to Steve and he has value, after a while you go, man, maybe, hey Jeff, how you doing, brother? Maybe he can help me with my business more, because of what he's always given out for free. So I've literally built a more than six-figure business, I don't know how you say it, six-figure business, made six figures, just on Facebook Lives, what I'm doing right now. This is how I built my business. And I rarely to never pitch anything except for maybe my group, but that's not where I make my money, if I'm honest. I make my money as a consultant. So someone watching this, a business owner, will say, okay, I've watched Steve for a year, and literally there's been people watching me for a year, and say, hey Steve, can we talk? And we'll talk, and we'll sit down, and then, Karen Hamilton, how you doing? And we'll sit down, and then they'll ask me for advice, and I'll give them some advice, and then they say, can we work together? And then I'll say yes, and then that's where I make my money. Because that's where, the big money is, and that's where also I, personally, if you pay me, I don't know, $15K a month, you're gonna get that back in revenue. Simple as that. That's how I roll, right? So I'm not asking you to pay for something that I piss off, right? I know that because I'm in the public's eye, that everything I do is put under the microscope. So whenever I work with you, you can leverage social media to keep me in line if you ever had to, which you don't. But if you ever had to, if I wanted to goof off or whatever and not do what I said I would do, you could leverage social media against me for that, right? So that's one of the ways, that's one of the reasons I love social media, because the fakes, they get called out sooner or later. The people who can't do their job get called out sooner or later. And those who are good, they get accolades. Those who are good, people post about it. Now, this is where the hate comes in. So once you get to a certain point of social media, once you get to a certain point of knowing what you're doing and sort of being good at what you do somehow, or, you started with everybody else and now you're here, they're here, whatever. I'm not saying that's my case, but I do have a certain amount of success within a year of starting my business online than not the average person does. So, I've spoken about it at different conferences, and there's a live, the Online Success Summit is on right now. You can go to my Facebook page, check it out. There's 50 plus people who do business online, giving you free advice and all kinds of stuff. I think there's a lifetime link you can join. I don't remember. Let me pop it in here in case you're interested. It's actually pretty cool, and I'm in there teaching how I made six figures in my first 3 months doing this online. So check it out. You might like it. So you're giving back value all the time, always giving value. And people, look, this is the deal. If you're giving value and not asking for something, or when you ask, it happens to fit to what you're talking about, like I just did, then people don't see you as a shyster or someone trying to earn something, number one. Number two, if you comment on something that you're offering a solution for, you better have credible results behind you, and you better have long years of experience. Because if you don't, you're going to get called out, and someone's going to bust you in the head. It's simple as that. And you don't want to be that guy or that girl who gets called out for not knowing anything because they read it in a book yesterday. Okay, that's so key, especially in specific groups that you're in. If you're a specialist, that's what you stick to, that's what you comment on, and that's how you build your business, by being that expert, not by asking every time. It's so obvious. If I make a post and I say, hey, let me help you with your business, yada, 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 right? So I help you with your business. And what happens? I'm asking for you right away. Or you hijack somebody else's, you know what, I just realized I could share this on here too. Or you hijack somebody else's business, or someone else's links or whatever. And the next thing you know, you're commenting under each one of those people commented saying, hey, I can help you with that. I can help you with that. I can help you with that. That's some scary shit right there. People doing that stuff, it's just crazy. So look, bewahre Kontenance. Also be aware of what it is that you're doing, and be polite, and know. And here comes the esoteric. Lane and I, my partner, just finished course 8 of our 8-course last goal setting course you'll ever need, right? And we talked about scarcity mindset. Now, scarcity mindset is massive on Facebook, and you see it in the language, in the way that they post, right? You see in the language, the way that's posted, that someone is in a scarcity mindset. At least I do. I'm sure not everyone does, but I do. And it's sort of scary, sort of sad, or whatever you want to call it, but it is what it is, and you got to deal with it that way. So Jesus, I'm trying to share this and talk at the same time on 3 platforms. And so the key for you is give freely with no expectations, add value, and I mean real, honest to goodness, honest to goshness value that can be used immediately to start, turn around, do business, whatever it is that you do to actually help someone immediately, can take it away and work on it immediately. Otherwise, it's just a shame. It's just a shame that people want before they give. If you have a simple rule, if you follow a simple rule, a really simple rule, give before you get. Just give before you get, and guess what? You're gonna start getting. It might take a while, but you're gonna start getting, right? So Chad, I'm building my business to the point that I can afford your skills, brother. The free input you've given me changed my entire thought. Look at that, huh? Thank you, brother. I had no desire to do webinars or be seen on social media. Now I'm doing regular webinar on Friday nights and continuously asked to fill in for people who can't make the webinar for whatever reason. Kind of humbling. Brother, it's because you're doing it organically. You're not pushing it. Stay in your lane. If you're amazing at something, people who need, where to go? People who need that will come to you. Good at lots of things is cool, but I'd rather have an expert. Amen to that. Scarcity mindset. Yes. Stephen, your live videos are priceless, my brother. Thank you, Chissa. Hey, my Greek sister. How you doing? All right. Good to see you. David, scarcity mindset is when is competition. So if you think in competition, that's scarcity mindset. That means you think there's not enough to go around. So you're telling yourself immediately, I'm scared, I'm not going to make money. I'm scared, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to, thank you. I'm scared, I'm not going to make it. I'm scared, I'm not going to make enough money, or I'm going to fail, or whatever it is. That's scarcity mindset. Hanging on to money, thinking that if I hang on to this money, I will keep more. Well, that's exactly opposite of what will happen. What you resist will persist. Simple as that. So this is what I'm getting at here. I hope that explains scarcity mindset, if you will. All right. So let's see what else we got here. Virginia, how you doing? Stephen May, how you doing, brother? Stephen May from Boston. How you doing, Boston? So simple as that. Social media 101. Don't be asking for people to buy your stuff unless you've given something first. And I don't mean ask. I mean give. Build a reputation. Let people know who you are in the groups that you're in or on your page or whatever. Look, I've been doing this for a year and 4 months now, full time, like every day, except now the last 2 months, no weekends. I stopped weekends. I don't need to do that anymore. Right? And it seems to be working well. So abundance is the reality. Money is just fuel. It flows in and out as needed. Certainty. Yes, indeed. Karen Hamilton telling the truth. She's learning it just like it is. Just like it is. Yeah. Wow, I love that. So we got that, right? Number 2 is only answer on posts where you're the specialist. Don't haul around. Don't be, jaw jacking and commenting on stupid stuff that's going to make you look stupid. Like if you're a specialist on, let's say I'm a specialist on social media, right? So I do social media management, and you're out there commenting on the arguments about Trump or Clinton or whoever, and you're getting all crazy and stuff. Who's going to trust you to do their social media? If you're a consultant like I am, and you're out there, arguing about something or commenting on, Pokemon, stuff like that, people are like, oh, who's this dude? Who's this guy? So you want to be the specialist in the area, and you comment on those things that you're specialist at. Simple as that, right? Don't ask for anything from anybody until you've given more than you're going to get. That if you do that, you're going to be flying. You're going to be flying. It's not for no reason that I get asked to speak online all over the world about how I did this, because it's working, and it's still working, right? Growing the business, taking over groups, and just expanding my thing. And I got to tell you, my business is really exploding, and it's only because of this. People see me on here, and they see me consistently. I mean, the one client I have now watched me for a year, never commented. I never knew they were even on watching. The next thing you know, they brought me on as a contractor. It's my best contract I've ever had. Period. The most amazing contract I've ever had, and I've accomplished more in the last 2 months with them as far as creating wealth and equity than I have in any other business I've ever done. And that's crazy. They found me online doing free stuff. So think about that for a minute. So if you really want to make it out there, hey, Istvan Shandor, yo, Istvan. Zach and Justin, how you guys doing? Look, San Diego in the house. What are you guys, next to each other? Zach and Justin are both from San Diego. San Diego. Oh, are you guys going to the big, what is it? The big e-commerce conference out there where the whole world's tuning into? That should be fun. Yeah. Oh, my kid's crying. One of them's probably going to come this way. All right. I'm done rambling on, but that's what I'm going to say. Social Media 101. Comment on those posts where you know you're a specialist and nothing else. Don't jackjaw around and get all emotional. Add value. Give more than you're going to receive before you ask. Okay? And a bunch of other stuff. But that's about it. That's the most important ones, right? All right, everybody. If you're so inclined, check out the group, the last goal setting course you ever need, or the immediate impact revenue program. Why? Because they're freaking awesome. The results we're getting are just out of control. I can't believe the results we're getting and just the amazing camaraderie and the teamwork, and it's just amazing. And it's just touching to have so many people that are getting results and feeling good and making things happen and growing their business and growing their lives. Their consciousness is expanding. It's really, really, really rewarding for us and for, of course, those who are watching. So I appreciate all of you. I'm going to go off one at a time. I'm going to start with YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Remember, it's all about quality of life, right? Can't forget that stuff now, right?